I've kidnapped my social media manager's car to do an experiment. You can talk like this. How does it look? Obvious?
Very obvious.
Hi guys, this is my social media manager's car and we're going to use her car for an experiment. So, I kidnapped the car. And what we're going to do is we're going to install two types of windscreen, or rather two different types of window tints. The reason is because after posting this video about XPEL's window tints are clearer, and a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's just sort of like marketing thing, right? I really mean it. It's really, really clear. So to prove this point further, what I did was ask the boys at XPEL that can we actually do a half-half, okay? So we're going to do half of a similar grade window tint, similar VLT, and XR Plus, which is the one that I use, right? The one that's so-called super clear and super, no glare, no haze, whatever. So we're going to put it side by side, and we're going to give this car back to my social media manager, and she's going to drive it, and we're going to see if there's actually a real difference, right? So first of all, thank you so much for letting me use your car as an experiment for the purpose of safety of people's driving, right? So let's see how the car looks like with a half-half window tint later on. So now we have two different tints. I realized over the last few months trying to film this, it's very hard to capture it. We tried a few attempts. We tried to put it under the sun, we tried to capture it with our cameras. It's really hard to get the whole effect. But we realized that the best way to get this effect is when the car is moving, when it's not stationary. And that's when you use the tint the most, right? When the car is actually moving. Right, there you go. That's the new tint coming in. As for the front, we're going to do half-half. After the car is done, we're going to hand it back to our social media manager, let her drive for a couple of days. We're going to get her subjective feedback, and then we're going to try to capture as much footage as possible. And of course, to compensate her, we're going to make sure that everything is going to be one equal or not. We'll see. Of course, we're going to do it. Okay, I don't think it's safe to have two different kind of window tints. Is that even legal? I think so, right? We'll see. Hello, my dear viewers. I love all of you so much. So I want to make sure that all of you are safe so you can keep watching my videos. We've installed these window tints now for more than a week, and we let our social media manager to drive around for more than a week, and we're going to get her subjective feedback, but not before I show you the effects of picking a wrong window tints. Right, let's check out. Okay, so what we did was we split two panels with two different kind of window tints. Okay, so we're going to talk more as we drive. Okay, we're going to get some coffee. My social media manager is a bit more shy, so I'm going to do most of the talking, but let me do the interview in a moment. But while she's driving, take a look at that. Okay, so here is another set of window tints which has the same quality on paper with XPEL's prime window tints. If I didn't tell you this window tint on the right side, you'll think that there is no window tints. Okay, that's how clear, how incredibly clear XPEL's window tints are. But what I want to highlight to you, as you can see already, it's not only blur, but you can also see that, for example, the black is not really black, because when the light shines on it, like you see as when the leaves moves around and the light shines on it, there is some sort of flaring, like spot flaring. And that is why, when you pick the wrong window tints, you have these effects over here, okay? It's called glaring or flaring, okay? Okay, I'm gonna, for anonymity, I'm gonna just say like Miss Wong, okay?
Hi, I'm a direction idiot. Where should we go?
Turn left. Alright, so we've been trying this for a week. How do you feel after we experiment these two window tints in your car?
Honestly, I find it quite annoying because there's two different colors. The one on the left, the cheaper one.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand is this, but who on earth can drive in this condition because it's totally blue. And I feel like I have a very faded film in front of me. Like my eyes are not clear no matter how much I wipe it. It's always blurred. But then on the right side, I try to ignore the one on the left. I try to focus on the right side because it's on the driver's seat. Yeah. Then I can focus better. Apparently less hot.
Less hot, right?
Yeah, it's less hot. That half different story. Okay.
So the funny thing is, actually, both paper has the same sort of heat rejection, right? On paper. And so now you're feeling that the right side is actually cooler, all right? But you know what's really interesting is that most people will never know the difference because they install this on their car and their whole vision looks like this. So there's no comparison. So if I were to give you a window tint that's full front like this, just one,
please,
right?
Just get rid of this cheap one.
but most people wouldn't know, right? When they install, they go right. 3 o'clock. My social media manager is not from KL.
To KL from JB just to have my car kidnapped.
Yeah. So the point is, most people will never know that this is the effect of picking the wrong window tints, because in the showroom, you won't be able to see natural sunlight's effect on the car, because in the showroom you never get directional sun, so you can see it's not straight from the from the source of light to the window tints. It's always coming at one angle, but when you look at natural sunlight, it's always coming at different angles, which is also at night, it comes in different angles. Okay, so that's the point of choosing the right window tints. And talking about right, it's very important to make sure you follow the rules when you are driving on the road.
Will they catch us for the double window tints?
No, I don't think so. Right, let's find out. Right, I don't think they will notice anyways. Is that even legal? They didn't notice us. They just noticed us. Okay, so in the showroom, you get one directional light, and in normal driving, you get lights coming from different direction. And this is probably worse when it's nighttime, when you only got one source of light coming from one angle, right? That's when you see a lot of spots. It's very spotty, right? So let's imagine like there's a flashlight coming through here because of the street lamp. You see this flaring up. As you can see already now with this light, it's flaring. It flared even more, so it blocks your vision. Now when I get back to the showroom, we're going to switch back, turn that over here, right? We're going to switch back all these window tints into XPELs, as a reward for using her car as a guinea pig, so she can drive home to JB safely. Good news?
Thanks.
Okay, thanks for experimenting with your car.
Sure. Just don't tell my mom.
Okay, so while the window tints are being changed on my social media manager's car, I'm going to do some case study over here. Here's an example of a window tint that is not the best choice. A lot of people like to pick this kind of window tints because there's a blue tint to it. It gives the car a certain kind of look and feel. I think it's because we've seen some premium cars like Rolls-Royce or something, they have this kind of tint to the car. A lot of people want to have that on their car. And it sure is a personal choice. Some people want to have this look. But the problem is, achieving this actually has a safety cost when it comes to visibility, all right? So let's see from the inside, okay, how it looks like. So let's imagine, I'm going to take over, that you're driving inside your car. And look at that. Anything that's white color, you can see that building, okay, that's the building, is being reflected as purplish. The problem is that when you're driving, you want to be able to see the road and see people, see the cars, but these things reflecting onto it is going to obstruct your vision. As you can see, it's quite obvious. It's pretty annoying actually when you're driving. So this becomes worse when you got different things in your car, like you got your dashboard, you got your lights, your screens nowadays. Screens are so huge nowadays, so that's going to be very dangerous. Because what you really want is to be able to see through like this over here, right? You want to be able to see through, not things reflecting, right? So yes, you achieve high, a certain kind of look and feel, and this is probably also really good in its heat rejection and UV, but it's come at the cost of your vision. So it's very important to pick the right window tints. Now down here, this one over here, as you can see, compared to this is actually XPEL's prime window tints. Now this is the XP using the, it's multi-spattering, so it's still using a form of metal to reflect lights, right? But it still maintains the clarity, okay? So this is why it's so important. I'm going to show you another case study in a moment. This beautiful Satra GTI, right, has that bluish tint, right? And of course, yeah, it has that nice look. But then again, from the inside, you're going to see a lot of reflection. And that's an example of not the smartest window tints, in my opinion, when it comes to safety, if it's a concern, right? So here's an example. Outside you saw is like really, bluish, and it's really cool, right? But look at this, look at my hands. Here, that's the reflection you're going to see, right, on your window tints, and that is going to obstruct your vision. So imagine I'm driving and that Alpine is in front of me. I'm being distracted by this hologram, right in front of me, okay? And that's probably worse, it's going to get worse, okay? So yeah, pick the right window tints, not just for safety, for yourself, but for your car too, if you treasure your car like me. Right guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the window tints all fixed up, and then we'll wrap up this little video with some announcements. Alright guys, it's super hot right now, and this is the perfect time to get the window tints changed to the proper one. So right now we got the XR Plus installed on my social media manager's car. Okay. Now what I like about the Prime XR Plus is because it's nano ceramic. That's the construction of the window tints. Not only it rejects heat pretty well and UV protection, but it also has a lifetime warranty. So it means that as you're driving this car, after you install these window tints, you have rest assurance that every time you drive it, it's going to perform at a certain level. And even if it doesn't, let's say that it degrades over time, you can always claim your warranty in the duration of its usage, which is lifetime. Okay, and just check this out from before and now. Look how clear it is right now. That's like HD, super clear. Okay, which in my opinion is actually clearer than no window tints, because with these window tints, I've noticed that it also helps with reducing glare. So whatever you see is going to be sharper, right? So if you enjoyed this video and you found this video useful, please let me know in the comments what you got out of this video. It does help the algorithm if you comment down there. All right, it's the biggest way to support us as well. There's a Ferrari coming over there. I'm gonna get distracted. All right, so guys, I'm gonna check out that car. Please go and comment and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to find out more about XPEL products, go and check out their website. It's linked in the description below for window tints, ceramic coating, PPF, anything to do with car protection. Right? Love you guys. Keep it 100%, and I'm going to go and gawk at that 812 super fast. Right? Bye.